Hey guys, it's a scary Sunday. I had a couple of stories that I was going to mull over and try to tell you about, but this one is something that I think quite a few of you can identify with, and it's what we call sleep paralysis. I've had it happen to me a couple of times, but one time in particular stuck out. Okay, I was in my early 20s. I had just come back from school. We were staying in a hotel because they were renovating my parents' house. We stayed there for a good 6 months. To be more specific, it was the Holiday Inn Express. And I went to go take a nap because at that time that's all I did was sleep. So I went to take a nap, and I'm right on the verge of kind of falling asleep. My hand's falling asleep. Right on the verge of falling asleep. So I'm in that in-between state. Okay. Then, broad daylight, 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock, I start to feel the bed shift. Like if something's walking on the bed on either side of me. Like the way your body shifts when somebody gets on the bed. And it's coming to the right of me, to the left of me, to the right of me, till it gets up to my rib cage. And then I start to feel like pressure on top of me, heavy, 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 like the weight of a dog. Okay. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, like half asleep. I'm like, I need to wake up. I need to wake up. I need to wake up. What the hell's going on? And it felt as though there were strings attached to the back of my head, right? And they were pulling me back into the dream state. So whatever it was wanted me to go back to sleep, but I was fighting it. So I was like pulling my head, trying to pull my head forward, and it was pulling me back, and I was pulling forward. It was like a big yo-yo effect. And I was like, no. And they were like, go back to sleep. And I'm like, no. And as I vaguely start to open my eyes, there's something on my chest. It's got its paws, I guess is the best way you can describe it. It's stone gray. It's got yellow serpentine eyes. And it looks, the best I can describe, like a gargoyle. Okay? And like I said, this is broad daylight. Now my eyes are wide open, And it's got both its, because I'm holding the phone, but it's on its chin like this, looking down at my face right here. Just smiling. And it's got the cleft lips, kind of like a cat, And it looks like it's made out of stone. And it's got the slit for the eyes, and yellow on the white part is yellow. It's got pointy ears, and almost like it would have whiskers, but it didn't. But it was solid gray. No fur or anything. Like I said, it felt more like stone. It was just staring at me like, like messing with me. And I was like, get off of me, like that. And it was pulling me back into sleep. And it was just like, tisk, tisk, tisk. You're not going anywhere. And I was like, I think I prayed. And I was like, in the name of God, or in the name of Jesus, or something like that. Get off of me. Like that. And I was like, and I remember gritting my teeth like this. And I was like, get off of me. And I got up. And as I did, you could feel the steps on the other side of the bed, walking off the bed. And just like a weight lifted. It was literally like a dog was laying on my chest, looking at my face, just messing with me, And yeah, I felt the bed shift as it walked away, slowly, like, nah, I'll go mess with somebody else. Not panicked, not fast. It was exactly like, the exorcism of Emily Rose, where, it gets on the bed and, like, puts pressure. So, I had another couple of experiences of sleep paralysis after that, but I never saw anything except for shadows. But this was right in my face, so I guess I'll just call this the gargoyle, or whatever, because that's exactly what it looked like. I don't know if it wanted to cause harm, if it was just observing or just messing with me or whatever the case may have been. But I don't know if you remember in the previous video, I said that I was at that time, around that time, I was living with another family, and the person that I was with, every time they would get upset, things would amplify in the house. Well, that person was in my life at the time, so I don't know if I had any kind of influence or what, but you know, we're just kind of absorbing that energy from somebody else. But yeah, that was creepy. If you can imagine waking up and this stone-faced, serpentine-eyed gargoyle dog is just right here in your face, just glaring at you. Okay, well, that's the only one I have for now. I'll think of some other ones next week. I'll see you then.